Why I quit drinking and the sober benefits. This video isn't going to be so much about me, but to be supportive in your journey, whether you're sober curious, you're thinking about stopping drinking, or you're already in that journey and you just need a little oomph to keep you going. Because what was supportive in my journey when I was wavering, do I quit drinking, was videos, accounts, of other people sharing their story of the benefits of being sober and why, and this is why I'm making this video. It is for you. So first of all, I want to applaud each and every one of you for being here wherever you are in your stage of journey, whether you're just curious or again, you're in the midst of that journey, because you know what? This is going against the norm of society. It is so normalized to be binge drinking and drinking all the time. And I'm not demonizing or saying you're wrong if that's what you've done or you are doing. Hello, I did that. I had my party phase. Oh my gosh, at one point I was drinking 5 times a week. Not that I was addicted to it, but I was just in that party environment. I was living on an island and the people vacationing, and that's what they do. They drink the whole time, and not to generalize and say everybody, but stay with me. And just being in sunshine all the time. So it was very much the environment I was in. So I'm glad I had those days to now see like, okay, I don't want those anymore, and that served a time in my life and I'm ready to move forward with my life. Because you will get to a point where it's like you just know this is not working for you. Drinking is not working for you. And when I actually decided to stop drinking completely and fully, I was only drinking maybe once a week, okay? But binge drinking to get drunk, to not feel, right? There's always that little root there of why you are drinking. So I'm gonna go over the benefits of not drinking. I'm gonna go over how to navigate sober life. I'm going to go over the limiting beliefs to shift so that you can actually stay committed in your intentional not drinking sober life. And as well as how to navigate sober life in different situations and settings. So let's first start off with this knowingness, this pull that something within you is saying, telling you to stop drinking. And whether that be to slow down on your drinking, I mean, I tried just the 2 drinks in one night method because I didn't want to quit completely and it just didn't work, you know, but it might work for you. So I'm not saying you have to completely stop, but if you waver with it and you find yourself like still having anxiety and all the negative repercussions and byproducts and side effects of drinking, you might want to completely stop. But I'm not here to tell you what to do. You will know, like you'll feel it. And I'm touching my heart because it's almost like a deeper knowingness within you. It's like your heart pulling you, your intuition telling you. And it's far more powerful, insightful, and true than what the mind will say and tell you. What others will be like, oh, just like have one, just like, meh. No. So the benefits of not drinking. Wow, do you have energy because you actually sleep? You have so much clarity because you're not experiencing this brain fog the next day. And let me tell you, if your hangovers are getting worse and they're lasting a day, 2 days, when I started right up until the last point of drinking, they lasted 4 days. 4 days where I was physically ill, wasn't going to the gym, didn't want to eat healthy and well, felt really tired, no energy, where emotionally, oh my gosh, I worked so hard to clear and recover from anxiety that I would feel the anxiety for 4 days after I did hypnotherapy, RTT to clear my nervous system, my mind, my being from anxiety. It would come full force on the days after drinking and even during drinking, because it's like, oh my God, like did I say something stupid and wrong because you're not clear with yourself? Mentally, this just clear, like clarity. You don't waver, you know what is right and what is meant for you. You remember things. Oh my gosh, when I was drinking, I would forget so much. Like your memory loss is just like through the roof, right? And spiritually, I would not be able to connect to my higher self, to my guides, connect to this greater unseen force. It was like this resistance. It was like radio interference for the 4 days afterwards, and was like, no, don't feel that anymore. I actually feel my feelings now. When you're drinking, you're really numbing, right? Like, think of people who are like, oh, I had a hard day, and you just want to have a drink because you want to drink those feelings away. You're meant to feel your feelings, my friends. You have them for a reason, and if you actually feel them, your body will process them. If you suppress them with alcohol, they get pushed down deeper and deeper, and they're gonna have to be expressed, and they're gonna have to be felt one day, whether that be manifested as dis-ease. Think of the word dis-ease in your body, right? So let's feel our feelings, my friends. Even if you still want to keep drinking, don't let alcohol be the thing that takes you away from you being human and feeling your feelings and really like tuning in. Where's the sadness coming from? Where is this? Why am I feeling this way? Sometimes you don't even need to ask yourself that. You can just feel the emotion, and your body will express it, and then it will dissipate and dissolve. That's for another video though. Having more energy because I sleep. I feel so connected to something greater with that interference being gone the days after. So much more present in my body. When you're drinking, you're like out of your body essentially. And to be present, you need to be in your body. To be present, you will not be blacking out. So you won't wake up and be like, what did I say? What happened? Because you were present in that moment of time, in your moments of time. The savings is a bonus. Like, if you actually look back how much you spend on drinking and buying shots for people, and I mean, you can still do that if you go out and whatnot, but the amount of money you actually save, and this was just an added bonus, as well as the vanity side of things is an added bonus. When you stop drinking a toxic substance, it is shown in your face, clearer skin, you look younger, you look healthier, because A, you're not eating that unhealthy food. Nothing wrong with eating unhealthy food every once in a while, but when you drink, you do it when you're drinking, you do it the next day, and then if you still feel like crap the next day, you do it again that day, right? Your body is a reflection of the cleared out toxic substance of alcohol and what happens after and during drinking alcohol. Okay? And you start to do different activities that aren't the ordinary blah, 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 same thing, go to the bar and drink. You start doing different activities like going to an arcade, going on a hike, just doing different things that you wouldn't do if you are just making time for going to the same restaurant, the same bar, seeing the same people and drinking the same thing. Blah, blah, blah. I'm bored even thinking about it. So your life actually does become more exciting. There's so many different benefits and byproducts of not drinking and stopping drinking and choosing a sober life that they'll be different for you than they are for me. So even for me, I'm almost like a beacon. I inspire people in my life who are wavering on alcohol. I know it's not good for me, it's not damaging, but it's damaging, but it's so normalized. Who just know when they can see someone who is expressing a lifestyle a different way than what is just in society, you'll be very inspiring to people unknowingly and unintentionally. Again, it's like a byproduct. So you have those to look forward to as well. So let's first start at the beginning. Why stop drinking? It's so normalized. Everybody's doing it. Why would you stop? For me, it was a deep knowingness. And I'm sure for you, you can start to see like, this is having way more negative repercussions on my life than it is good. When I was looking at for the 4 hours, 5 hours I'm out drinking, and then the 4 days after effect, I did the math and I was losing so many days of my life in the month, in the year, because of those 4 hours the night before. Do the math, it didn't add up. It was just like, no matter how much I would try and not drink, it was the same negative effects days after. I had this like revelation, this pivotal moment. I'm a big manifester and I have big, beautiful, unrealistic goals. I don't want realistic goals because unrealistic, think of the word, unrealistic. The universe gets to support and co-create my reality. So I have unrealistic goals. So I was connecting in a meditation to the unseen, call it the universe, call it your guides, call it whatever you want. And I was like, what do I need to do to shift the action steps? Tell me, show me, guide me for my manifestations to come true. And it was a clear voice on my mother's birthday, which very interesting, kind of a gift maybe from her unintentionally. And it was not my voice, it was stop drinking. And I was like, I don't want to do that. Like, I'm in my 20s at the time, just gave away my age. And I was like, I don't want to quit drinking. But years before that, I knew this isn't working for me. I need to stop. But again, so normalized in society. I have these limiting beliefs that people wouldn't want to be my friend. No one would want to hang out with me or ask me to do anything. I have to keep drinking so that I can make friends. I can. It was all these weird narratives that take a moment to reflect. What stories are you telling yourself? If you haven't stopped drinking yet, what is going to happen if you do? Or even if you did stop drinking, what stories like were really keeping you from making that decision or waver you to go back to that decision? That's what you want to look at. That's what you want to reflect on. So I have this voice saying, stop drinking. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. So it gets worse. Drinking, even 2 drinks, gets worse how I feel afterwards. And I was like, okay. After 8 months of going through that, October 23rd, I decided no more. So I'm just surpassed 5 months of being sober, and it was very difficult and challenging 5 months. I'm not gonna lie to you about that, but it's gotten so much easier. And now that I can really reflect and look back and be like, wow, I'm so grateful. I listened to the voice, the knowingness that 8 months ago was trying to come through. So tune in. Your knowingness might not come through meditation like it came through for me. It might just be like, you just freaking know it is time. And if it is time, honor that. So it really has been supportive for me to commit to this decision. What was a why? Like why I'm committing to this. And my why really came down to the work I do in this world, to my clients. That even if I drank on a Friday, so 4 days after that, I'm still feeling it on Monday and Tuesday. And I have clients those days, and I really connect to my spiritual side, to the unseen, to help navigate the sessions, not just from the knowledge I know and was trained in, when I couldn't connect to the higher part that's very supportive in client sessions. It was a disservice to the clients that I had. And I was like, I can't do this because my work, my mission in this world is far more important than 4 hours of drinking on a Friday night. So have your why. Maybe you're a parent and you know you're not your best self when you drink and the next days, and your why is your children because they deserve the best you. Your why will push you and propel you forward, and so it's always powerful to know what your why is. Your why could simply be you feel your best self. And you know what? When you're your best self, the whole world benefits. Even if you have friends who are like, what? Like, no, come on, have a drink. When you're your best self, everyone around you benefits. You're not spilling out this pain that you have the days after, and that spilling that out, that vibration into the world, lowering your vibration. No, you operate from a high vibration. And if people like in their mind are like, no, you're different, your vibration is different. You vibe higher, you feel your best, and everyone gets to benefit from that. The why is really like the foundation. And I mean, if I'm getting guidance, clear guidance, when I tune in and tap in and ask, like, what am I meant to do? And you can even do this too, like hand on heart. Is it for my highest and greatest good to quit drinking completely? And you'll feel a yes, or you'll hear a yes, or you'll just allow that to come through. You get to trust that more than what anybody else may say. Now, when you make that decision, or you've made that decision to quit drinking for a sober life, limiting beliefs will arise. Narratives, stories. What came up for me, no one will want to be my friend. No one will invite me to things anymore. I was single at the time and I was like, no one will want to date me because that's what all my dates were. Let's go for a drink. Let's meet for a drink. Let's have dinner. And you have drinks with that. I was like, they're going to think I'm weird. And all these stories coming up. You need to have an identity shift from drinking version of you to sober you. And when you can gift yourself that identity shift, now you have new beliefs, new empowering stories that fuel your new identity. Like, my people are my people, and if they have a problem with me not drinking, those are not my people. Bye. One of my favorite phrases, exit stage left. Okay? I'm more fun being sober. Come up with new stories, new narratives that support your identity shift of being sober, whether they be connected to your why. I am best for my clients sober. Again, I care so much about my clients and the work that I do in this world that my beliefs around being sober are far more empowering than any of the limiting beliefs that I had when I was drinking. And if people leave your life, they're meant to leave your life. We have expired relationships with people, let them go. Because when you can let them go, you can let in those who are really meant to be part of your journey and in your path in this now. And I mean, drinking, it really makes you feel connected with others. And that's just a human, desire and need to feel connected to others, right? But you can be connected to others in sober ways, in more healthy ways for you. But I'm also gonna get to tips at when you're at a restaurant or you're at a party, if you can be around alcohol and it's not triggering for you, how you can still be connected in those types of situations. But if you just don't even want to go to parties anymore or bars, you can connect with other people in different ways. If you go rock climbing, if you go do sober activities, guess what? Other people are there doing the same thing and you can connect with them. So just trust, my people are on their way to me, new friends are coming in who are supportive of my lifestyle. Create better new narratives in line with your identity shift of your sober lifestyle. So I mean, I still want to go to parties. I still want to go to bars. I'm a very social person. So this is what I want to do. And I'm not triggered when I'm around other people drinking. For a moment, for a few months, yes, I did remove myself from those settings so that I wasn't triggered to want to engage in that. So you might need a phase, a period where you're not doing that. But again, it wasn't like I needed alcohol every day. My need for it came from I wanted to numb out emotions. It was very normalized to do. I was just in a habit and a routine and to feel connected to others. Well, guess what? I can have a new routine. I'm gonna connect to others in a different way and I'm gonna feel my feelings and my emotions and live that human experience, right? So how to navigate sober life let's start with your friends. Because you might have friends where that's all you guys did was drink together. So you can either tell them, it is your personal business. You do not need to tell anyone if you don't want to tell anyone. I started off with just telling the people closest to me, and to my surprise, one of my closest friends was not very supportive of it. And that's okay. They're going through their own process. They liked the version of you that was drinking, and you need to let them go through their own process, but you can decide, all right, is this someone that I want in my close circle then, if that's how they're gonna respond and choose not to understand. And then I would tell some people, oh, I'm driving tonight, or I would go to a party and bring non-alcoholic beverages that look like alcohol. I mean, I didn't design them, and people wouldn't even ask or question if I'm drinking or not. And I'm not gonna go like to the party and be like, yay, everybody, look at me, I'm not drinking, because I didn't need to want to bring attention to it. But if you feel like that's what you want to do, then do that, right? But you don't need to, so that if you're worried about the judgment and the opinions of others, they can keep their opinions to themselves, because you just don't need to share what you're doing, why you're doing it, until you feel like you want to. Your right, your choice. Exercise your right to use your voice when you want, to explain it when you want, or keep it with yourself. So this gets me to my next point. If you go to a party, you can go to a store and there's a ton of non-alcoholic options, from kombuchas to de-alcoholized wine and bubbles and beer. And if you still like the taste of it, you can get that. Or if you're like, no, I don't want anything that resembles it, kombucha, my friends, sparkling waters. There's so many beverages with no alcohol in them that are super tasty that you can drink and bring to a party. Also, you can get like those koozies, those cozies, and put your drink in that, and then at a party people won't even be able to tell what you're drinking if you're drinking, because it's in that koozie, that cozy, right? It is great for camping and tailgate parties. Just get yourself the little koozie. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it goes over your cup, your drink, not your cup, goes over your drink, and you can't tell what's in it. Coffee. If you go to restaurants, you can order mocktails. You can see if they have a list of de-alcoholized options. Most places do. I mean, it's 2022. It's a lot of people, more people than you probably think, are on this path and on this journey. And I'm grateful that there's even cideries. One of the closest cideries to me has, you know how you can get the little flights of alcohol? They have a whole flight of non-alcohol flights, which is awesome, because you can still experience these going to these different activities and festivities, and there's non-alcoholic options for you. If you're at a restaurant, you can, or a bar, and people are ordering shots, ask for a shot of water. I mean, I want to be a part of the shot too, but I don't want that. I don't want the alcohol. I just want, you want the connection. You want to be a part of it, and that's normal. Or if you don't want to ask for water, like, just remove yourself from the situation. You can go to the bathroom, you can go outside, you can make a call, and then you're not even a part of it and not even involved. So there's many ways to support yourself in your journey. Set yourself up for that sober journey for success before you go to parties, or you can tell people, again, you're DDing. I mean, offering rides to people, they love that. And if you want to drive people around, guess what? You'll never have to worry about a DUI. So it's another added bonus. I trust you found this video helpful and supportive. If you're thinking about your sober journey, you're in the midst of it, and you needed, again, that extra oomph. If you did, it would be supportive and helpful if you liked, commented, subscribed, for other souls to be able to intake these insights as well and be supportive and helpful in their journey. Lots of love to you.